Hello and welcome to an episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason and I'm at the Spiral Jetty, which is a cool man-made monument that was put here about 53 years ago. And I am at the northeast corner, close to the northeast part of the Salt Lake in Utah. And there's a historical marker here and I'll gladly show you around. We're going to get up close to the jetty plus the water. Here we go. And there's a historical marker just right up that hill, and I'll go ahead and read what it says. Here we go. For much of this video, I am doing voiceover because it was very windy at the time of my visit. Here's what the marker reads. Spiral Jetty is an earthwork sculpture constructed in April 1970 that is considered to be the central work of American sculptor Robert Smithson, who lived from 1938 to 1973. Built on the northeastern shore of the Great Salt Lake near Roselle Point in Utah entirely of mud, salt crystals, basalt rocks, and water. Spiral Jetty forms a 1,500-foot long, 15-foot wide counterclockwise coil jutting from the shore of the lake. The sculpture is sometimes visible and sometimes submerged, depending upon the water level of the Great Salt Lake. Spiral Jetty is now largely white against pink due to salt incrustation. So in order to get down there, you just gotta find the right path. I know it's trial and error, but it's the best thing to do. You know, just use your common sense when finding the right path. There's also a bench right over there. You probably can't see it, but you can kind of gaze at it, sit down, collect your thoughts. And just kind of collect your thoughts from here. All right, here I go. I am pretty much at the head. And then I gotta go through all these rocks. Just make sure I don't like step on anything sketchy. So Robert Smithson chose this particular site due to its proximity to a derelict oil jetty. In later years, there have been threats to extract oil and gas from this area, but have been saved by people and groups. These rocks have been transported by a team that Smithson hired from nearby Ogden, Utah. Dump trucks and a tractor were used to move the large rocks. It is estimated that 6,650 tons of rock were moved to form this sculpture. Smithson was born in New Jersey and was best known for a few sculptures, one of them in Kent, Ohio. In 1973, just 3 years after the completion of the Spiral Jetty, Smithson's life was cut short at the age of 35 from a plane crash. In 1999, the Spiral Jetty was donated to the Daya Art Foundation. Ta-da! And I'm here. Whoopee! And now, a 360 view from the center. Now I'm going to walk to the lake part, which is that way. Closer. This is a friendly reminder that the jetty shrinks as you walk further away from it. So as I'm making my trek to the lake edge from the jetty, I come to find out it is not solid ground, but just mud. And by the way, it does not recommend anyone drive on this. If I'm not mistaken, it took me about 15 to 20 minutes at my pace to get from here to there. After a seamlessly long journey to get over here, yeah, you can definitely see the water is pink and there are lots of whites. I'm assuming it's pollution, but they say the water is red because of the salt and everything. Then I also heard a local say it was also because of brine shrimp. But yeah, this is the coast and the beach of Northeast Salt Lake. And apparently none of the other locals want to come here because, well, one, the weather, it's cold and it's very windy, plus it smells, it stinks really bad, hence that they don't want to swim. And it looks like somebody was here before me, maybe it was yesterday. They put a love thing. Let's see what it says here. OJ loves CJ. Okay. There's another one, R plus V. Okay. But I thought I'd come all this way to check this cool thing that I never see at home out. And as you can see, I'm kind of a long ways to as where I was from the Spiral Jetty plus up above. But I'll make my way back. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason, and I am just not too far from the Spiral Jetty, and of course in front of the northeast part of Salt Lake. But just a couple tips when you're arriving here: be sure to allow yourself plenty of time, take in the moments. Plus, the way up here is very, very tough because it's like you're driving on a never-ending brick road. You know, from the Gold Spike National Historic Park. But all right, Jason signing off.